All right, everyone, we're joined here by Houston Dash defender Paige Nielsen. We'll start with opening remarks, and then from there we'll take any questions from the crowd. Paige, we'll just start with opening remarks following tonight's match here against Orlando. Just what do you take away from today's match?
A lot of good things, a lot of things where we can improve, but we knew it was going to be a tough challenge. I mean, number one in the league. They have built a really strong team, but our focus was just on us and how we can kind of create more opportunities and move the ball, and I think we did a great job of that. We needed to keep the ball more in our attacking half to create more chances, but defensively we were pretty sound. They have one of the best offenses in the league, so I'm proud of that. And we did create some good chances. I thought we had one. We all did, and we're like, whoa. But I'm really proud of us tonight, and I think we can keep growing. And I know we keep saying that we are at some point we need to stop saying that we're growing, but it's a good step in a positive direction.
Thank you for that. We'll start with questions. Theo, go ahead.
Hi, Paige. Unlucky tonight. I wanted to talk about the defensive planning at the back. It felt like Tarsi had a lot of one-on-ones with Banda, and I was kind of curious if that was by design to sort of isolate that as a matchup.
Not sure if it was by design, to be honest. Our philosophy is high press. We knew that gives up possibilities of 1v1 matchups in the back, but we trust each other in the back. And Tarsi, obviously, she's young and she's up for any challenge. We trust Jane in the back, and if we want to implement what we are going to do, we have to do it against every single team, not just Orlando, who has a strong forward like Barbara Banda. But I thought she did really well.
In terms of the other side of the ball, and you mentioned that chance that Andressa had, as well as Alozi had a really good chance. What do you think has been the hardest part of being more confident on the ball, creating chances? What do you think, like, the biggest hill to overcome is for this team?
Yeah, I think everyone knows the hardest part is scoring goals in this game. And we have a deep roster, so there's been a lot of rotations. And I think building relationships take time in the attacking third. We just started this new-ish system, and we're playing better in it. And now it's keeping the balance in the attacking third with our midfielders and getting our wingbacks high and crashing in more urgency in the box. With that, it's more like chaotic for the other team to defend, and hopefully we can keep the ball in around the box, because we know like the first chance won't always go in. And I think our movement was really well at times, but at times we were a little too stacked and not like more of a diamond, high, low, and but I'm excited to see those relationships keep growing in the final third.
We'll go with Alex here in the back.
Thank you. Paige, good evening. How are you?
Good. A little tired.
I bet you're more than a little tired. We talked in our broadcast about this being a big test for you, and I think by everyone's account, you did a really good job. You mentioned one of the top offenses, if not the top offense in the league. What makes them different? And is it the speed? Is it the chemistry they have between them? I mean, there's a lot of work you have to do defensively and communicating and marking up, et cetera, right?
Yeah, I think it's no secret that this league sometimes relies on special moments of special players. Barbara Banda, Chewinga, Sophia Smith, Mal Pugh. Those are game changers, and we have game changers, but we need to continue to build those confidences. And I think Sev has done a really good job with their back line as well, individual defending. They're really, really sound, but they always have an outlet. So I forgot your question again.
What makes them so special
Yeah.
as a collective unit offensively?
Yeah. So they always have an outlet, and it's hard to keep our team compact. We get stretched, and they have brilliant midfielders like Marta and Adriana and Angelina. They are very creative players and very fluid. It took them years to build as well.
Sure.
So I'm hoping we kind of can replicate that because we have special players too.
Theo alluded to the maybe individual matchups. Sometimes they're planned, sometimes you just have to go mark up, right? How do you prepare for that? And I noticed the edge that Tarzan is bringing. You have this experience already. There's pride in you working as a defensive unit. Is that fair?
Yeah. I think it's super important. To be fair, one thing I prepared for Barbara Banda is I rewatched Zambia versus the US.
Recording in progress.
Twice. Naomi Girma did such a good job against Barbara Banda, and I'm more risky. I go into tackles, and sometimes I miss, but I hope to make it more predictable for my other defenders. I'm used to that, but I saw her patience on defending in Barbara Banda, and I was like, it worked for her, so I'm going to be more patient this time. I think we all prepare in different ways, but our connection in the back is really important. We have to have each other's backs. Especially because we aren't afraid to press forward, and a team can lob over a ball, and then there's 1v1s, and we have to have each other's backs. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll go to Herman right here.
Hey, good evening. I have a quick question. You mentioned a couple weeks in the new system. What are the differences in play styles from Fran to Ricky's style play?
Yeah, I think. Give me one moment. So, Fran came over from Europe, and he really wanted to play like a Barcelona style where we play shorter passes, and we wanted to be really fluid in that system. But I think teams with the high press, it was difficult to kind of like break out of that. And whereas this system, we have a little more help in the midfield for that, to be able to play shorter passes and be a little bit more fluid in the midfield. But we're more fluid in the midfield, but Fran's system had more of like a two front, so we had more options up top. I like both systems, but right now I really like how we kind of changed it, and we're really fluid in the midfield.
I think we'll wrap up with that one. Paige, thank you very much.
Yeah. Cool.